So chapter 12, that is areas related to circles, we will be starting now. Now, what are the areas related to circles that we are going to see in this lesson? Now, these are some terms which you are already aware of, which you have already done. Sector of a circle. Now, sector of a circle is that region which is enclosed between two radii and arc of a circle. Arc is one portion of the circumference. Segment is that region which is enclosed between a chord of a circle and the arc. So segment is enclosed between chord and the arc, and sector is enclosed between two radii and the arc. Now when this chord, that is for drawing a segment, this chord that I am drawing, if that is passing through the center of the circle, then it will divide the circle into two equal halves. So that is both the portions will be semicircles. But if this chord is not passing through the center, then in that case, one minor segment will be formed and one major segment will be formed. Minor is obviously the smaller segment and major segment is the bigger one. Now, area of the circle formula, you already know if r is the radius given to you, then area of the circle will be pi r square. Now, suppose if we need to find out the area of this sector and this angle theta is given to you, that is angle between the two radii that are forming this sector is given to you. So if theta is given to you and you need to find out this region, area of this region, it will be theta by 360 into pi r square. That is for the entire angle. The complete angle of the circle is 360. But out of that, we are finding only for this region theta. So that will be theta by 360 into pi r square. So suppose if this is a semicircle, theta will be 180 degree. So it will be 180 by 360 or 1 by 2 pi r square. If it is a quadrant, quadrant means a circle when you divide into 4 equal halves, then it will form a quadrant. So each angle in a quadrant will be 90 degree. So if it is 90 degree, area of that sector, that is the quadrant, will be 90 by 360 into pi r square, or 90 by 360, when you cancel out, you will get 1 by 4. So 1 by 4 pi r square. And theta can be any other angle also. So depending on that, you will substitute the value of theta and you will find the area of the sector. Now suppose you need to find out only this much arc length. Now for the complete circle, that is when the central angle is 360 degree, for the complete circle, the arc length is 2 pi r. That is the circumference of the circle. So for only this much arc length, where this angle is given as theta, it will be theta by 360 into 2 pi r. So for a semicircle, the arc length will be 180 by 360 into 2 pi r. That is 2 pi r by 2. And for a quadrant, it will be 90 by 360 into 2 pi r. So similarly, you can substitute whatever angle is given to you and find out the arc length. Now this is a circular ring. Okay, what is the meaning of circular ring? That is, there is one outer circle and inside that circle there is another small circle, such that the outer circle's radii is given as r1 and inner circle's radii is given as r2. So these are the radii of outer and inner circles. And you need to find out only the shaded portion. So this is known as a circular ring, where one circle is enclosed within the other and you need to find out only this area. So how can you find the shaded area? It will be the outer circle's area minus inner circle's area. That will give you the area of this shaded portion. So outer circle's area is pi r1 square and inner circle's area is pi r2 square. Now when you subtract pi, you can take common. So pi into r1 square minus r2 square. That is the formula for the circular ring. So exercise 12.1. The first question is, the radii of two circles are 19 centimeter and 9 centimeter respectively. Find the radius of the circle which has a circumference equal to the sum of the circumferences of the two circles. So now here you will find out first what is the circumference of the first circle. That is, for the first circle, radius is given as 19 centimeter. So formula for the circumference is 2 pi r. That is 2 pi into 19. Or you can write it as 38 pi. Now no need to solve this. You can leave it as 38 pi only. Then for the second circle also, similarly you will find out the circumference, that is 2 pi into 9, that is 18 pi. Now sum of these two you have to find out, that is 38 pi plus 18 pi, which is equal to 56 pi. Now we will assume, let the radius of the third circle is formed by adding the circumferences of these two circles. So circumference of the third circle, let it be 2 pi r. We are taking r as the radius of the third circle. So circumference will be 2 pi r. Now this is equal to 56 pi. That is sum of the circumferences of these two. So equate 2 pi r to 56 pi. Pi and pi will get cancelled. Then 2 also you can cancel out with 56 and you will get the value of the radius r. In the second question, the radii of two circles are given as 8 centimeter and 6 centimeter respectively. Find the radius of the circle having area equal to the sum of the areas of the two circles. So here you have to find the areas of both the circles, add them, and that sum of those two areas will be equal to the area of the third circle. That is what is given. So first circle's area will be pi r square, that is pi into 8 square, which is 64 pi. Again we will keep pi like this only. For second circle, the radius is 6 centimeter, so area will be pi into 6 square, that is 36 pi. Now sum of these two, 64 plus 36, we will get it as 100 pi. Now for the third circle, the area is 100 pi. So if we take r as the radius of the third circle, pi r square will be the area. So pi r square you can equate to 100 pi. That is the sum of the areas. So therefore when you equate, pi and pi will again get cancelled and r will be the square root of 100, which is 10 centimeters.